Hey, nice end of practice. With the cloud cover and stuff, does it seem like guys had a little pep in their step today, a little fever out here?
No, I think the guys just came to work. I don't think the coolness had a difference. We just came to work today. I think they've come to work, most days. So I think today they came to work, and I actually thought we had a really, really good day.
One thing I've noticed is guys don't hang their heads here, right? Whether it's Jake Rashada, who's kind of working with the third string after that spring game, and then even Trent Bourget didn't hang his head after he loses his starting spot. He's like a coach out there during games. What is it about the character of these guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's just not how you're going to be successful in life. If you want to be successful in life, you have to respond to situations, good, bad, and different. Nobody cares about your circumstance, they care about the result. And there's a very select few of people who actually care about what you go through or what it took for you to get to your location, right? So nobody cares. So you got to focus on you. You got to focus on getting the result that you want. And the only way to do that is just to be successful every single day. And that's our mission here. That's our goal here. That's our vision. That's our program. And when you do that, right, there's going to be highs and lows, but you're going to constantly improve in different areas, and that's the challenge. You have to be getting tired.
Working on the quads.
You didn't play the game, and how team meeting today is there
Yeah, we're just getting them reps over there. There's not really much to it. We just got to get some reps over there, get some good speed over there, and we'll roll from there.
You talked about having to adapt to certain situations. How creative do you think you need to get when it comes to offense? You kind of show some glimpse of it with the Sparky formation with Cam and so on.
The Sparky formation?
Yeah, it says the Wildcat. I guess
gotcha.
I don't want to say that word,
No, it's good. Yeah, the Sparky, sorry. It's just a football word.
You're right.
If you make it plural, it's the other word.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, so for us, it was just something we saw on tape that we kind of knew exactly what we were going to get in. We knew we could create an advantage with the numbers when they sub their big people. So we kind of knew that was going to be a free points for us if they did it, and it worked. Then they made an adjustment to stay in little people versus our big people. So that's something we're going to continue to be creative. You're going to see us be a lot different this week than we have in weeks prior, just because you have to change to your players, you have to change to your personnel. You can't just say this is what I've done for 7 years when we've been top 5 offenses. We're just going to do this again. No, you can't do that. You got to change and adapt and be able to utilize your personnel to the best of their ability.
Coach, how difficult is that with the terminology and all the stuff you're trying to do now? Is it different than what your base offense is?
No, the verbiage and everything we do is very versatile. That's one thing. If anybody who's ever played us, they know we're very different every week already. We have our core of what we want to be, but we have to maybe make some tweaks to the philosophy of how we're going to attack. And I don't want to get too much into detail on that in terms of changing of the philosophy behind that. It's not changing the offense. It's not changing anything like that. It's just changing the philosophy on how to attack. Hi, BJ. Good decision. To make a pun again.
How's the offense in your career? Have you had any experience with having this many injuries at one position group, like on the line?
No.
So,
No.
In that situation, what do you do? Is you look at doing totally different things, or?
Well, we've had to change the practice structure offensively, so we don't go versus scouts because we don't have enough O-linemen to run 2 groups. So we have to do a period of scouts, we're scouts, and a period of scouts versus on essentially air in front, just because we still have to get the reps for the skill and everybody, but we don't have the depth to run a defensive scout team and be in the 2 deep offensively.
So I've asked you in the spring, I asked you in fall camp, I'm ask you again, who's your favorite defensive player?
Where's Clayton Smith? Oh, hey, buddy. Yeah, hi, Clayton Smith. My favorite defense is BJ. Yes. My favorite defensive end is Clayton. So.
You know what? That kind of hurt my feelings.
Now you don't have a question.
Yeah,
I had a question. Coach Dillingham, how do you feel about the pregame?
We're not answering any questions right now. We're not answering any questions right now.
See y'all later.
Coach, how are the offensive guys adapting to this?
Awesome. Like I said, we're just adapting to our personnel, and that's part of year 1 offensively, is you've got to see in games what is productive and what is not, and then you've got to be willing to change. And right now, what we're doing is not getting it done. consistently. Bottom line, it's a results-based deal. And it doesn't matter the why, it doesn't matter if it's accumulation of things. So you've got to be willing to maybe change some things in order to try to get things done. So that's really it. We're not making like catastrophic changes. It's just little pieces of philosophy on early downs that you may have to tweak in order to try to move the ball at a high rate.
Is this more a lot about halftime adjustments or changing in the second half, anything like that?
No, that doesn't really have to do with that. It's just, obviously we're going to have probably a plan for the second half. We got to improve there, coming out of the second half better. But at the end of the day, the last second half, we got to a 3rd and 1. I think we had 2 first downs, got to a 3rd and 1 in the plus territory, and just didn't convert a 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. It doesn't matter what halftime adjustments you make. You're going to go to your 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 game plan. So that scenario isn't even a halftime adjustment when you talk about that scenario. So I wouldn't necessarily think drastic changes there. We just got to make a little bit of changes to stay in a rhythm and get back in a rhythm outside of the half.
Your thoughts on Fresno State, a team that's been scoring quite a bit. And the Brooks kid's not the biggest guy, but he's always holding them open.
They have the 2nd longest win streak in the country. So when you have the 2nd longest win streak in the country, you're doing something right. And their coordinator, obviously their offense coordinator, got a Power 5 OC job because he did a phenomenal job working for Coach Tedford. Their NFL guy came from the NFL. Their defense coordinator came from the NFL. He actually used to work for Coach Marv back in the day. He does a phenomenal job on defense. They're well coached. They play hard. They play with a grit. You can tell that culture has been instilled there since Tedford was there the last time, because it was Tedford, and then Coach DeBow took over. Our coach at I'm spacing right now, who took over after he moves his offense coordinator, spacing, and then from there he came back. So it's been the same culture there for 6-7 years now, and you can tell it's there.
Very good.
Yep. Thank you.